So hello guys, welcome to Network Beginner. And basically today's video is from a revision point of view, and I'm revising one topic called the VLAN. Okay, so let's start. This is the VLAN stand for Virtual Local Area Network, and I think this is the good explanation here. Imagine a big open office space where everyone can hear everyone else's conversation. That's a traditional LAN, we can say that. It's a local area network. Suppose we create a VLAN, is putting up invisible walls. क्या कर रहे हैं हम इनविजिबल वॉल्स क्रिएट कर रहे हैं उस ऑफिस में creating smaller private cubicles so another person don't hear our conversation. That's the basic, we can say, that VLAN. Basically, what is a VLAN? VLAN creates a virtual local area network on a switch. That's it. Why do we need these invisible walls, or we can say that VLANs? हमें क्यों जरूरत पड़ेगी? To create smaller broadcast domain को smaller करने के लिए, छोटा बनाने के लिए. Why? Because there is a security point of view as well. Broadcast, as I mentioned, broadcast domain as well. Proficiency increase करने के लिए. In traditional LAN, if one device shuts a message a broadcast, everyone in the entire office hear it. This can be noisy and slow down communication. VLANs divides that big noisy space into smaller, quieter virtual segments where broadcast only reaches devices under VLAN for security point of view. For efficiency with less unnecessary shouting, the network runs smoother and faster. Essentially, VLANs let you turn one physical switch, as I already told you, into multiple virtual switches. Access port क्या रहता है? Access port basically connecting devices to their VLAN. That's it. Think of an access port as a regular door into one of your private cubicles. That's it. Access port is a switch port that belongs to one VLAN. Suppose you are entering on a one cubicle's room, so that's only one way you to go. There is only one main gate. We can say that the access port is a switch port. So the access port, we can say that the access port is equal to the main door of that particular cubicle room, basically we can say that. So you usually connect end devices like your computer, a printer, or a server to an access port. When traffic goes in or out of an access port, it's called untagged traffic. This means there is no special VLAN ID attached to the data, because the port itself tells the switch which VLAN data belongs to. Okay, so by default all switch ports are in the VLAN 1, और VLAN 1 को ही हम default VLAN कहते हैं. Also serve as a native VLAN on trunk ports by default. VLAN 1 वो delete नहीं हो सकता. In simple terms, if your computer is connected to an access port जो configured for VLAN 10, all traffic from your computer will be treated as a VLAN traffic by the switch. So if there is one PC from VLAN 1 and pinging to another PC inside the VLAN 10, so the broadcast domain or broadcast packet for the first time inside that VLAN 10, not outside. So what is a trunk port? Carrying multiple VLANs basically. मल्टीपल VLANs का जो डाटा होगा वो कैरी करते हैं, ट्रांसफर करते हैं. अब ट्रंक पोर्ट इट्स लाइक अ मेन hallway or a highway that carries traffic of multiple VLANs, because we can also say that the NH national highways. Okay, so the trunk ports are typically used to connect. जो trunk ports हैं वो typically use करते connect switches to other switches or the routers. Trunk ports इसलिए काम आता है because in a switch there are different types of VLANs. So you need trunk ports. That's why when traffic goes across a trunk port, it needs a special tag called the VLAN ID, I think. And yeah, this is the standard protocol for this tagging, IEEE 802.1q. So we can also say that the tag is also VLAN identifier, which is a 12 bits long. Okay, allowing for up to 4096 VLANs. What is a native VLAN? On a trunk port, there are special VLAN called the native VLAN. Inside, बस native VLAN में एक ही डिफरेंस होता है, उसमें VLAN ID की जरूरत नहीं होती. native VLAN से क्या रहता है, untagged traffic क्रॉस होता है. There is a no VLAN ID on the specific data. We can say that. It's sent untagged across the trunk. It is crucial that native VLAN matches on both sides of the trunk connection. ये भी ज़रूरी है, नेटिव VLAN क्या होगा, मैच होना चाहिए दोनों साइड, ताकि जो प्रॉब्लम्स को अवॉइड कर सके both switches both sides में, ठीक है. For security, it's a good practice to change the native VLAN from the default VLAN to an unused VLAN. Yeah, we can also say that. एक ग्रेट गुड प्रैक्टिस कही जाती है फॉर सिक्योरिटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू कि जो नेटिव वीलैन है वो डिफ़ॉल्ट वीलैन से हटाकर एक कोई भी अनयूज्ड वीलैन जो हम इस्तेमाल ही नहीं करेंगे उस वीलैन को हमें बना दिया जाए नेटिव वीलैन, ठीक है. Simple terms, if you are having VLAN 10 and 20, traffic goes between two switches. The trunk link between them will put a VLAN 10 tag on the VLAN 10 traffic and VLAN 20 tag on the VLAN 20 traffic. That's it. What is a inter-VLAN? There is also inter-VLAN, letting the VLANs talk to each other. Since VLAN segments the network and the devices in different VLANs cannot communicate directly. जो VLANs होंगे वो डायरेक्टली तो कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज देर आर different prefixes, there are different subnets. So we can also say that there are different networks. So how can they contact or how can they bring each other? There are two methods, the inter-VLAN routing and the rules. Normally on that 21st century rules is not, I think, obsolete, or I think not. Means rules इतना ज़्यादा यूज़ नहीं करते. So to allow them to talk, you need a layer 3 device, a router basically, or a multi-layer switch. This is also called the inter-VLAN routing. Inter-VLAN routing में पहले जैसे कि रोज है वो लगभग हम अभी यूज़ नहीं करते हैं. Now if we go for the multi-layer switching, a layer 3 switch, use on that multi-layer switching as a single device that combines the function of the both layer 2 and the layer 2 switch and the layer 3 switch, instead of needing a separate physical router. और हमें ये भी कह सकते हैं इसको स्विच वर्चुअल इंटरफेस SVIs. SVI is a virtual layer 3 interfaces that you create for each VLAN. हर VLAN के लिए जो हम layer 3 interface create करते हैं उसे SVI switch virtual interface कहते हैं. किसमें? मल्टी लेयर स्विच में. राउटिंग हैपन्स विद इन द स्विच इटसेल्फ. जो राउटिंग होगी, जो राउटिंग टेबल क्रिएट होती है, राउटिंग टेबल के अंदर जो भी उसके पार्ट्स डिवाइड किए जाते हैं और उसमें जो डाटा स्टोर होता है, जो बेस्ट पाथ सेलेक्ट करते हैं राउटिंग टेबल के अंदर. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स इन द राउटिंग टेबल, लाइक वी कैन से दैट व्हाट इज दिस OSPF का जैसे कि एक वैल्यू रहती है. व्हाट द वैल्यू? आई थिंक 110 something or 90 maybe. I can't remember now exactly. Okay. So this is the मीन्स स्विच के अंदर ये पोर्शन रहता है, राउटिंग कैपेबिलिटीज़ रहती हैं जैसे कि राउटिंग टेबल. सो बेस्ट पाथ सेलेक्ट करती हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू आई रिमेंबर नाउ AD वैल्यू. AD वैल्यू आई थिंक देयर आर 90 और आई थिंक आई डोंट नो 100. सो दैट्स इट. इन सिंपलर टर्म्स अ मल्टी-लेयर स्विच इज़ अ स्मार्ट स्विच जो हैंडल कर सकता है बोथ VLAN सेगमेंटेशन को और राउटिंग को भी. राउटिंग कैपेबिलिटीज़ भी होती हैं तभी वो लेयर 3 स्विच कहलाता है. Between those segments, all in a box, make communication between VLANs are very efficient. So that's it for the VLAN point of view. And there is one command where it is show IP. No, there is show VLAN brief. I think there is a one. So VLAN brief. Yeah, I think that's it for today. So one more thing. There is a more command one, switch port mode access. As I think you all know, because when we use switch port mode access normally, there is no use. Normally, if we can't check from the security point of view, there is, if we forget about the security point of view, so there is a no use this command. But if you want to use as a for the security point of view, choose करोगे, that's a better choice. Switch port mode access. This port should not carry traffic for one VLAN and do not attempt to negotiate it trunking with the connected device. Means जो भी इसके साथ में डिवाइस है, सपोज स्विच उसके साथ ट्रंकिंग बनाएगा ही नहीं है, ये सिर्फ एक्सेस मोड पे ही रहेगा. सपोज करो PC है, प्रिवेंट ट्रंक नेगोशिएशन. बाय डिफॉल्ट सिस्को स्विचेस क्या करते हैं, पोर्ट ट्राई टू यूज DTP टू नेगोशिएट ट्रंकिंग. दिस और ये जो कमांड है स्विच पोर्ट मोड एक्सेस डिसेबल करती है, that enforces the port to stay as an access port. That's why we use this command, not like we have assigning something on specific VLAN. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you all.